This morning we're going to be taking a look at two passages. I am going to preach out of the Old Testament. We're going to look at one of the major prophets, what scholars call a major prophet. That major prophet is Isaiah. And then we are going to jettison ourselves, if you will, into the future, up into Paul's ministry. And we will look at Philippians chapter 2 there. I wanted to let you know something this morning. I had a conversation with Doug a few weeks ago, and it was a very interesting conversation. And in that conversation, Doug told me some things about you, about this church. And one of those things, I'm going to take liberty, Doug. I hope that's not a problem. But Doug expressed to me that you have great potential here. And I wanted you to know that I concur with what Doug said, and I want you to understand why I also agree with what Doug says, that you have, as the Church of Jesus Christ, you have phenomenal potential. And there are a myriad of biblical reasons why you have potential. I'm going to, for the sake of time, look at three. Somewhere in 1 John chapter 3, I'll let you figure out where it is. Somewhere in 1 John chapter 3, the Bible tells us that Jesus came to destroy, listen to the words, Jesus came to destroy the works of the devil. You see, it doesn't make any difference what the devil tries to do inside of God's church. It doesn't make any difference how much division, how much decisiveness. It doesn't make any difference how badly my flesh is prone to sin. Jesus came to destroy the works of the devil. You hear that? I got an amen. Secondly, of all this morning, I want to ask you a question. Do you, as a Church of Jesus Christ, do you love the Lord who is your God? Do you love Him?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now I'm getting somewhere. Because the Bible tells us in Romans, and I'm going to let you figure out where, the Bible tells us in Romans that God is working for the good of those who love Him. And so it doesn't make any difference if you have a tainted past. I have a tainted past. But it doesn't make any difference because God is working for the good of those who love Him, and as His church, God is working for your good. It doesn't make any difference what's happened before. It doesn't make any difference where you have been in the past if you love God. He is working for your good. And then somewhere, in the Gospel of John, Jesus says, I didn't say it. You didn't say it. It'd been kind of cool if one of us would have said this. But it is what it is. Jesus said that the gates of hell shall not prevail over my church. Are you the Church of Jesus Christ?
Yes.
And then, the gates of hell shall not prevail over this church. Do you know what that does for you and me? that empowers you and me. That empowers you and me to understand that the gates of hell shall not prevail over your personal life, nor will it prevail over this church. When Jesus says that, he has definitively made you a hell buster. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, I am a hell buster. It's all right, go ahead. Turn to the person next to you and tell them that Jesus Christ said, the gates of hell shall not prevail. Now, let's put some things into some context. Those are biblical truths. You'll find them in Scripture. And for me personally, I have go-to statements. You know what I mean, right? When Satan comes knocking on your door, and he's whispering sweet little nothings into your ear. When he begins to do that to me, I let him know that the one who is inside of me is greater than the one who is in the world.